You've probably heard your whole life that eggs are the gold standard for protein. They're the easy breakfast, the quick protein fix, the bedrock of a healthy meal. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? What if that protein champion you've been relying on is easily outmatched by a whole bunch of plant-based foods? Today, we're cracking that myth wide open. I'm going to show you 10 plant foods that pack more protein than an egg, and a few of them are going to genuinely surprise you. Get ready to rethink your diet and discover a new world of powerful, plant-based fuel. Protein is a core building block for our bodies, essential for repairing tissue, building muscle, and keeping us feeling full and satisfied. For ages, the humble egg has been held up as this perfect protein package. And look, a single large egg has about 6 to 7 grams of high-quality, complete protein, which isn't bad at all. A complete protein means it has all 9 essential amino acids our bodies need. But that number, 6 to 7 grams, is our benchmark. Every food on this list clears that bar, proving you don't need to rely on animal products to hit your protein goals. In fact, you might find it's even easier to crush those goals with some delicious new players on your plate. Kicking things off is the incredibly versatile and often misunderstood powerhouse, tofu. A firm 3-ounce serving of tofu, that's just under 100 grams, clocks in with a solid 8 grams of protein, already beating our egg benchmark. Tofu is just condensed soy milk pressed into blocks, kind of like how cheese is made. Not only does it have more protein, but just like an egg, it's also a complete protein. Plus, it's a great source of iron and calcium. The real magic of tofu is its ability to soak up the flavor of whatever you're cooking. You can scramble it for a killer breakfast, cube it for stir-fries, grill it for sandwiches, or even blend silken tofu into smoothies for a creamy protein kick. It's a fantastic gateway into the world of high-protein plants. Next, we have the ancient grain that completely took over the health world, and for good reason, quinoa. 1 cooked cup of quinoa gives you about 8.1 grams of protein. Now that might sound like it's just barely edging out an egg, but what makes quinoa a true superstar is that it's one of the very few plant foods that's a complete protein all by itself. That's incredibly rare for a grain. Quinoa is also loaded with fiber, iron, and magnesium. With its fluffy texture and slightly nutty taste, it's a brilliant base for salads and grain bowls, and an easy substitute for rice or pasta. It's a simple swap that seriously upgrades the nutrition of any meal. Here we have the humble, affordable, and wildly popular chickpea. Just a half cup of cooked chickpeas has about 8 grams of protein. So in a typical 1-cup serving for a meal, you're looking at around 15 grams of protein. That's more than double the protein of an egg. Sure, a cup of chickpeas is a bigger portion than a single egg, but the payoff is huge. They're packed with fiber, which is great for digestion, and of course, they're the main ingredient in hummus. But don't stop there. Roast them for a crunchy snack, toss them into salads for more substance, or simmer them in stews and curries for a creamy, satisfying texture. This one might catch you off guard. We usually see seeds as a little sprinkle on top of things, but they are nutritional powerhouses. Just 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas, packs an impressive 8.5 grams of protein. That's right, a small handful of seeds has more protein than a large egg. These little green gems are also a fantastic source of healthy fats, magnesium for muscle function, and zinc for your immune system. They're super easy to work into your diet too. Sprinkle them over salads or yogurt, blend them into pesto, or just eat them by the handful for a quick and powerful snack. Okay, we're only 4 foods in, and we've already found some amazing egg beaters. Are you using any of these in your kitchen already? Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, or if you've got a killer recipe to share. We love hearing from you guys. Now let's get back to the list. Next up is another legend from the legume family, the mighty black bean. A single cooked cup of black beans comes with a massive 15.2 grams of protein. That's the protein of more than 2 large eggs, all in one serving. Black beans are also incredibly high in fiber, which helps with digestion and keeps your blood sugar stable. They're a staple in Latin American cooking for a reason. They make hearty veggie burgers, incredible fillings for tacos and burritos, and are a perfect addition to soups, chilies, and salads. And when you pair them with rice, you get a complete protein with all the essential amino acids. Our 6th food is a snack time hero that happens to be a protein giant, edamame. 1 cup of shelled, cooked edamame della versa, stunning 18.4 grams of protein. That's almost 3 times the protein of a single egg. Edamame are just young green soybeans, and like their soy cousins, they're a complete protein source. You can usually find them frozen, either in the pod or shelled, which makes them a super convenient option. The classic way to eat them is steamed with a little salt, but shelled edamame are also amazing in salads, stir-fries, and noodle dishes for a pop of color and a huge protein boost. At number 7 is one of the most versatile and budget-friendly superfoods you can buy, lentils. 1 cup of cooked lentils provides an incredible 17.9 grams of protein. We're talking nearly 3 eggs worth. Lentils come in all sorts of colors, brown, green, red, black, and they're all nutritional champs. They are an amazing source of fiber, with a single cup giving you more than half of what you need for the day. Lentils are fantastic in soups and stews where they break down to create a thick, hearty base. You can also use them as a substitute for ground meat in a shepherd's pie or bolognese, or form them into delicious veggie burgers. Now for a food that might be a bit less familiar, but is an absolute must-know for plant-based protein, tempeh. A 100-gram serving, about a half cup, packs around 17 to 20 grams of protein. That's easily triple the protein of an egg. Tempeh is a traditional Indonesian food made from fermented soybeans pressed into a firm cake. Because it uses the whole soybean, it has a firmer texture and a richer, nuttier flavor than tofu. That fermentation process is also a huge plus, adding probiotics for your gut and making the nutrients easier to absorb. Its firm texture is perfect for grilling, baking, or sautéing in sandwiches, tacos, or stir-fries. Our number 9 spot goes to what is arguably the most protein-dense food on this list, seitan. Also known as wheat meat, seitan delivers an unbelievable 25 grams of protein per 100-gram serving. That's the protein of about 4 large eggs. Seitan is made by washing wheat flour dough with water, which removes the starch and leaves behind pure gluten protein. This gives it a savory flavor and a dense, chewy texture that's remarkably similar to meat. Just a heads up, because it's literally wheat gluten, it is not for anyone with celiac disease or a gluten sensitivity. You can slice it for stir-fries, pan-fry it like a steak, or use it to make amazing vegan sausages or roasts. And finally, we've arrived at the very source of some of the most powerful foods on the list, the whole cooked soybean. If you thought edamame was impressive, a single cup of cooked mature soybeans absolutely demolishes the competition with an incredible 29 grams of protein. That's the protein of more than 4 eggs in 1 cup. Eating soybeans in their whole form gives you all of soy's benefits: a complete protein profile, tons of fiber, and healthy isoflavones in their most natural state. You can roast them for a high-protein snack, add them to soups for extra body, or use them as the base for homemade soy milk. They're the foundation of plant-based protein for a reason. And that's the list. 10 incredible plant-based foods that don't just meet, but completely blow past the protein in an egg. From the 8 grams in quinoa to the jaw-dropping 29 grams in soybeans, it is crystal clear that you can build a high-protein diet with plants. Not only is it possible, but it's also delicious, affordable, and packed with extra benefits like fiber and other nutrients. So, the myth that eggs are the undisputed king of protein, consider it busted. The real heavy hitters are waiting for you in the pantry. If this video opened your eyes to the power of plant protein, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. For your next watch, check out our video on high-protein vegan meal prep to see how to put all these amazing foods to use. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.